bullies and nasty people and horrible people, and what do you do with them? Have you ever been bullied? Have you ever been a bully? Have you watched anybody in your life experience that horrible situation where somebody's picking on them, pulling them down, aiming to make them feel bad? It's a really interesting question because I'm sure you have experienced it, and my question is always, why do people bully? And I think it's a really simple answer. Weak people pick on weaker people. Strong people, powerful people, people who have great self-esteem and confidence, people who like who they are and have self-respect, would never pick on anybody. So it's pretty obvious that if somebody's being mean or nasty or criticizing or gossiping or bullying somebody, that something's going on in their life. And I share that as a wise old lady who at the age of 13 had, I don't know what the ultimate bully experience is, but this one was pretty amazing. Two girls in my school, they were the prettiest, they were the smartest, they were the best at sport, and they were friends with each other. For some reason they didn't like me. And they put a survey around my school on paper, because I'm obviously a very old lady, and it was a simple survey that said, if you like Rowie, tick yes, and if you don't like Rowie, tick no. At the end of the day, they very proudly came and gave me this big pile of paper. There was about 400 of them. And it was interesting because when you're the most popular people in the school, the boys really like you and the girls want to be like you. So everybody said, we don't like Rowie. So I had 400 plus pieces of paper that said, Rowie, we don't like you. Now, my initial reaction to that was I was sad and I felt angry and I felt all sorts of things. Very interesting day in my life though, and a life-changing day, because when I got home, I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, why would they pick on you? They're pretty, they're smart, they're good at sport, you're not very popular. Why are they picking on you? Because weak people pick on weaker people, strong people don't pick on anybody. So I figured that they must have some horrible things going on in their life. They must be challenged with their self-confidence or their self-esteem, because otherwise they wouldn't be picking on me. And as I always share, that day I looked in the mirror and I said, from this day forward, I'm going to be a powerful, passionate, positive person. Say it again, powerful, passionate, positive person. And that became the mantra of my life, because powerful, passionate, positive people don't pick on anybody. But I'm going to ask a very controversial question, because it seems that there's three kinds of people in the world. There's people who bully. They're weak and they pick on weaker people. They've got low self-esteem and low self-confidence, so they pick on weaker people. Or they're just horrible people. There's people who get bullied, and that's something to be really aware of, because if you're strong and powerful, is it possible that people wouldn't bully you? They wouldn't dare, or they might do it once, but they would never do it again. But the people in the middle, so there's bullies and bystanders. There's bullies, people who bully, people who get bullied, and there's bystanders, people who watch and don't do anything. And I think that that's as ugly or even worse than being a bully, because those girls came to me at the end of the day and they came to my face. It wasn't social media, the internet didn't exist, computers didn't exist, I'm so old. The whole process was they came to my face with a pile of paper and told me that nobody liked me. And I almost respect that, because they actually had to come to my face to face, real people talking to another real person. Now we have cyber bullies, of course, and that it's a horrible thing that's going on in the world. And it's not even that it's nasty. Sometimes it's just, I don't understand, it just seems silly. People make comments on social media, and I always ask, why would you make that comment? It doesn't add value, it doesn't make somebody feel good, it doesn't make their life better. It's just a nasty comment, or a comment that's just, why did you say that? So here's a great question. Why not ask yourself before you say anything, before you type anything, before you post anything, why am I saying this? Will it make it better? And I'll use just another interesting side note. There are a lot of businesses that get bullied. You have a bad experience with a business, so you write something nasty about them on social media, or you give them a bad review on Google or TripAdvisor or any of the platforms that you use. I think that's really sad, because the person that you're writing about, it could wreck their business. It could lose customers for them. If you really have a challenge with the business, why not go and talk to the owner or the manager and say, this happened, I'm sure you'd want to fix it, rather than me write something nasty on Google. Just an interesting side note, because to me that is bullying. Writing something nasty about a business without going to the business and asking them to fix it for you is just being a big bully. That's just my personal opinion, and I'm an old lady. So are you a bully? Are you a bystander? Have you been bullied? And could it be sorted? And of course the answer, I think, is yes. Self-confidence and self-esteem. Most importantly, self-esteem, which is self-respect. I love who I am. I'm excited about who I am becoming. I'm a powerful, passionate, positive person, and I would never say anything nasty about anybody. Could that be a great way to live your life? Could that be a nice way to look in the mirror at the end of the day and say, today I added value to everybody that came into my life. I didn't say anything nasty. I didn't gossip. I didn't criticize. I didn't pull anybody down. The world is so full of nasty, horrible comments and people. Wouldn't it be nice to not be one of those? Maybe it'd be easier to live your life to the max. Live your life to the max, not being a bully. Woohoo! Super duper doo. How are you? Living my life to the max.